Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Today's topic is about identifying comma splices in fused sentences. By the end of this video, you will be able to identify and correct comma splices in fused sentences in your own writing. Grammar can be difficult sometimes, but understanding the basics will help you to improve your writing skills. With that being said, let's get started. We'll get started by defining a comma splice. A comma splice occurs when two independent clauses are connected by a comma. For example, Tiani likes cats is an independent clause. She loves eating ice cream every Saturday night is also an independent clause. Tiani likes cats, comma, she loves eating ice cream every Saturday night is now a comma splice because we've connected those two independent clauses by using a comma. Don't panic. There are four ways to correct a comma splice, but in this video, we'll only discuss three ways. The first way to correct a comma splice is by using a period and a capital letter. In other words, you'll be making two separate sentences. Continuing with our example from earlier, Tiani likes cats, period. She loves eating ice cream every Saturday night. We've just corrected our comma splice by using a period and a capital letter. So rule number one, to summarize it, rule number one is you use a period and a capital letter, or in other words, you make two. The second way to correct a comma splice is by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions are also known as the fanboys: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Continuing again with our example, Tiani likes cats, comma, and she loves eating ice cream every Saturday night. Notice that we've placed our comma before our coordinating conjunction. So rule number two, use a comma and a coordinating conjunction before to correct your comma splice. Excuse me. So rule number two again, use a comma and a coordinating conjunction, and make sure your comma goes before your coordinating conjunction. The third way to correct a comma splice is by using subordination. That means you will turn one of your independent clauses into a dependent clause by using a subordinating conjunction. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice there is a list of subordinating conjunctions. Also, so getting back to our example, in pink, you'll notice even though Tiani likes cats, comma, she loves eating ice cream every Saturday night. So, for example, we've made our first clause, Tiani likes cats, into our dependent clause by using even though. So, rule number three, use a subordinating conjunction. Now we've reached the fused sentences part of our demonstration. A fused sentence is also known as a run-on sentence, and a fused sentence, or a run-on sentence if you want to call it that, occurs when two independent clauses are joined together without any punctuation. For example, the students ate pizza for lunch, they went to a basketball game after school. In this example, a fused sentence or a run-on sentence has occurred because we've used our two independent clauses and we've forced them together to form one sentence. Like a comma splice, there are four ways to correct a fused sentence. The first way to correct a fused sentence is by using a period and a capital letter. So you'll be making two separate sentences. In our example, the students ate pizza for lunch, period. They went to a basketball game after school. We've just corrected our fused sentence by using rule number one, which is a period and a capital letter, or in other words, making two separate sentences. The second way to correct a fused sentence is by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction can be for, and, nor, but, yet, or so. In our example, the students ate pizza for lunch, comma, and they went to a basketball game after school. Notice that we've used our comma before our coordinating conjunction. Rule number 2, use a comma and a coordinating conjunction. The third rule for correcting a fused sentence is using subordination. In other words, you'll be turning one of your independent clauses into a dependent clause. Notice again, there's a list of subordinating conjunctions on the right-hand side of your screen. Now back to our example. In pink, you'll notice that we've used the word because, which is a subordinating conjunction. In other words, by using the word because, we've made our first clause into our dependent clause. And yes, you can start a sentence with because, but I will caution you to be careful when you start a sentence with because. Continuing with our example, because the students ate pizza for lunch, comma, they went to the basketball game after school. In other words, we've used our third rule by making our first clause into our dependent clause and our second clause into our independent clause. So, rule number 3, use subordination. And by using subordination, you will be turning one of your independent clauses into a dependent clause by using a subordinating conjunction. There is a link for Grammar Bites. I want you to follow that link and complete exercises 1 and 2. And these exercises will prepare you for our quiz that we will have on Tuesday. Have a nice day, and I will see you tomorrow in class.